Hello? Hello? Is there sound? Yeah, there's sound. Okay. Welcome to the testing portion of the Before the Bell podcast with Albert Orange. This is the portion where I usually talk about stuff, the random things, before the actual show starts. And, well, here I am. This is kind of like a limbo. That's what it is. It's like a limbo between podcasting heaven and the hell of reality, right? You know, you're transitioning from reality into this limbo, right? And then once limbo is over, you get into the main portion, the actual episode of the podcast, right? That makes sense, right? I mean, unless you're transitioning from another podcast to this podcast, then I wouldn't really call it hell. I would just call it what would you call it? Maybe like the first circle of hell. How about that? Because I will say, if you choose to watch or listen, consume anything other than this podcast, I deeply ask you to reconsider, because otherwise your soul, it won't go down to the deepest layer of hell. That's where Adolf Hitler probably goes, right? Him and probably I don't know who else. Brian Laundrie. uh, I don't know. No, you don't deserve, your soul doesn't deserve to go down to the deepest layer of hell just for watching or listening to another podcast other than mine, right? It's not what I would prefer. I would very much prefer that you would keep watching slash listening to this podcast. You can't even watch this podcast anymore. I haven't uploaded anything to YouTube in a very long time. Maybe I should start doing that again. Huh. I have a feeling that I always get off on the wrong start on these podcasts. And me telling my listeners, any listener of mine, that their souls will go to hell because they're not listening to my crap, is probably not the best thing to do. So, but you know what? I can't. I'm already like 4 minutes in now. I can't start over now. If I start over now, I'll just be backing off. I'll just be, I'll just be a coward. That's what I'll be. And you know what? For a guy who's using the podcasting platform in order to fulfill his dream of becoming world dictator, for a guy to do that, to just back out now, that's not really gonna help me fulfill that dream, is it? Well, it appears that I've gone too far again. Let's start the show. This is Albert Orange, host of the Before the Bell podcast with Albert Orange, welcoming you to the Before the Bell podcast with Albert Orange, hosted by yours truly, Albert Orange, who, by the way, is host of a wonderful podcast called the Before the Bell podcast with Albert Orange. Check it out. Okay, is that enough brand integration? Is that like enough jamming of my brand into your minds? Thank you for choosing to listen to me. If you are listening to me, it feels very flattering. The fact that you would choose me over literally anything else. So thank you for doing so. You are appreciated, and you are loved by everyone. Not everyone, but by some people, I'm sure. Lots of stuff to talk about here today on the Before the Bell podcast. This is episode 18. We're climbing up that ladder, climbing up that mountain, you know, as Kenan Thompson's impersonation of Martin Luther King Jr. would say, right? Climbing up that mountain. It's a good show. Yeah, this is episode 18. This is great. This is very exciting. I'm watching a nature documentary right now. It's a full episode of Our Planet from Netflix, which is available on YouTube. So, and I just have it here on mute, you know, because otherwise, well, how can you hear the noise from the road, the noisy road by which I live near? You can't have that. You can't live without it. It's an integral part of this podcast to have as much background noise as possible. Aside from my voice, you need to have cars blazing down the road like this one, or that one, or even that one. Oh, how about that one? Oh, here comes another one. Wow, that was an RV. Isn't that exciting? Somebody's traveling. Meanwhile, I am stuck here at my house. I'm not really stuck. I'm just staying here while I do some school and stuff like that. You know, didn't I say that I have a lot to talk about on this podcast? And here I am talking about school and the road, the noisy road. It's not really that important, you know? Not a lot to talk about there. Let's move on to something that happened yesterday, which was the Packers and Cardinals game. That, oh man. Now that was something, right? If you don't know, the Packers, oh man. I've been rooting for the Packers this entire season. And, because Aaron Rodgers, had that whole thing about him wanting to leave and, it made me kind of sad because, well, ever since I got remotely interested in football, he was always there. You know, whether you were a fan or not, you always knew. If you look at Green Bay, you got Aaron Rodgers. The guy won a Super Bowl for Green Bay. That was great. Stepped out of Brett Favre's shadow. And now he's saying he wants to leave. Oh, man. And he's getting to that age, too, where it's like, yeah, you gonna retire there, bud? But still, it's kind of sad. And so, and I used to play as him a lot on Madden. What was it? Hold on, let me get the game real quick. It was on the Wii U. It was Madden. Let's see. Madden. Fuck. Which one was it? Madden. Hold on. Let's see if I got it here. Madden 13. Oh, man. With, who's that on the cover? I don't know. It's a Detroit Lions player. Number 87? 81? I don't know. But yeah, I played it on the Wii U. And, I used to play as Aaron Rodgers all the time. And Russell Wilson, of course. Drew Brees. Oh, man. That was a great era for football. That early 2000s, early 2010s. I mean, that was a good era in general. Yeah. But anyways, yeah. So I've been rooting for the Packers all season long, and they are doing very great, very impressively, especially in this Cardinals game. The undefeated Cardinals got their first lost. Got their first loss of the season. And that loss came from the Green Bay Packers. Without their top players, they didn't have Devontae Adams. I think they got for some reason their top defender wasn't there. Their defensive coordinator wasn't there. They had to run the ball a lot. And they still delivered. Defense was solid. Offense was really solid. Of course, they have Rodgers. And I think the Green Bay Packers really proved themselves. They, in my opinion, they are definitely Super Bowl material. And so are the Cardinals, don't get me wrong. But Green Bay, phenomenal job. I'm rooting for them. I'm going to keep on rooting for them. And, god damn, that last play just, I couldn't help but think of Super Bowl 49 and how that ended and how similar those two games were. Oh, man. Kind of bittersweet, I'm going to try to keep this episode short. God damn it, I'm already 15 minutes in, and I haven't even talked about a few things here. You know what? Let me move on to the show notes real quick. If you don't know, I've got these flashcards from sophomore and junior year of high school, right? and use them for history class. We would write down words, different terms that we need to know, and we would write their definitions on the back, right? And I use them now as show notes because they would otherwise have no use at all. I write down the show notes, stuff I want to talk about, different topics, and so, I just write them down below the definitions, right? And so this episode's show notes are brought to you by McCarthyism. What a fun time in American history. McCarthyism. Attacks on suspected communists by Joseph McCarthy. And I fear that I may get attacked on my bad reading. Reading? God damn it. McCarthyism. If you don't know, McCarthyism, obviously, it was a, oh, Jesus, am I watching Jaguars breed? Jesus Christ, let me watch that again. Fuck. Oh my God. What the hell is that, like a mountain lion? What the hell is this? Okay, so female. I guess I'm assuming it's a female and male. Oh my God, and she's just laying on a rock. And he just pumps and dumps. Like 5 seconds in. That's it? They just walk away from each other. What the fuck is this? And why am I turned on? Anyways, let's go. The McCarthyism, right? McCarthyism. Sorry about that. Jesus Christ, that was just abrupt. I just looked at the screen and I just saw the buttocks. McCarthyism. You know what? There's no transition here. Oh God. This podcast is just a fucking trash heap. McCarthyism. McCarthyism. If you ever, if you ever find a person you don't like, just point at them and call them a commie. What can I say? I mean, it's the same thing as a blacklist. You just suss them out. You just say, hey, he's a commie. Hey, everyone, look at that commie over there. You don't see that commie? That's communist? Anyways, I'm pretty sure they never said commie before. Pretty sure that wasn't a thing up until like the 80s, right? Oh my God. Look at that. We're 20 minutes in. I'm trying to keep this short, down to 30 minutes, because I have a bunch of shit to do today, this weekend. God damn it. All right, let me try to push forward here. All right. Oh yeah, I was gonna ask for if anyone had any recommendations for any good Cold War books, right? Just learning about the Cold War, because I know that there's a lot over there, but if anyone knows of any good ones, right, that they've read, please let me know. I probably will never read them, But in case one day maybe I have the time, a little extra time. Well, hey, it won't be bad to have a good Cold War book at my disposal. So please let me know about that. Right? I'm just asking because I literally just got reminded of the the Cold War just by reading McCarthyism. But anyways, you know what? I wanted to talk about North Korea for a second because there's been a few things and happening over there. So let's talk about North Korea real quick. If you don't know the situation in North Korea, right? Pre-pandemic, they had a bunch of sanctions on them, because they began with their fucking ballistic missile tests and whatnot, and so their economy was meh. They traded with China, obviously, because they're I guess they're good friends. I don't know. But North Korea chooses to stay in isolation from the rest of the world, and that's their decision. Actually, it's Kim Jong Un's decision, right? And the government there, not the people's, right? But they were trading with China pre-pandemic, right? Now they aren't trading with China anymore. The border there is closed, and I'm watching an elephant just sliding down some sand. That's kind of cool. But anyways, oh, that's kind of cool. Oh wow, look at that. They just take their hind legs. They just let them loose. They don't do anything with them, and they just walk with their front legs. That's kind of cool. I never seen that before. Anyways, um, so anyways, North Korea not trading with China anymore, and so they don't have a lot of economic activity going on right now. They got a food shortage. They are very super strict about COVID-19, and they're trying to contain the virus. And I think earlier, a few months ago, they've accepted a few supplies from the World Health Organization, the WHO, right? To to aid them, right? But they haven't released any figures, no numbers about the number of positive tests that have come out in that country. They have not accepted any vaccines. So I don't know. I don't know about North Korea. I think everyone's gonna be fine, but man, Kim Jong Un needs to do something here. He said earlier this week he's asking the citizens of North Korea to eat less, and because there's a food shortage, and I don't think I've ever heard any world leaders say that to their own people. And I mean, they plan to keep the Chinese border closed up until 2025. So it's like, he wants everyone to just stop eating for up until 2025, and it's like, no, man. Look, Kim, Kim, come on. If you're listening, just hear me out, all right? I'm not saying that your decision to say this thing is wrong, but just look at it this way, right? And I'm not saying that your people don't love you, right? I'm not saying that at all. But let's take Sleepy Joe here, all right? If he tells us to stop eating, to eat less. Look, I'm not a fan of being overweight, but I will gladly pack on a few pounds in defiance. I don't care who the president is. I don't care if he wears blue or red. I really don't care. If he tells us, if anyone tells us to eat less, tells us as Americans to eat less, I will gladly just go to McDonald's and say, look, I'm gonna order every single thing on this fucking menu. And you know what they'll say? They'll probably say, you're goddamn right, brother. That is your right as an American. You eat your fucking self to death. That's your goddamn right. That's your goddamn given right. Okay? Again, I'm not a fan of being overweight. I don't want to be overweight. But if Joe Biden or literally anyone else tells us to eat less, no. I would gladly just let myself go. I'd keep working out. I'd keep building muscle, but no cardio. Not that I do cardio anyways. But absolutely no cardio. Just fucking burgers and pizza. Maybe some lasagna. Ooh, Mexican food. Oh, man. I love Mexican food. But anyways. I'm not saying that your people don't love you, Kim. I'm just saying this might not go over well. All right? So, you know what? Just come over here. Just come over to the States. Let me show you around. We'll get a slice of pizza. You're losing weight. That's good. Let's put some back on, right? And just think about this, right? Because Kim Jong-un, he's kind of like that neighbor who just shoots weapons off into the night, into his own backyard. And a lot of people aren't really comfortable with that, His neighbors, they're like the allies, right? And, I hear that they might be going for some talks real soon. North Korea is open to that possibility. And so I hope that these neighbors can reconvene, talk about these weapons that Kim is shooting off into the night, into Japan's own pool. You think Japan likes that? I don't think they do. But anyways, that was a good analogy, I think, right? Kim, just lighten the load on these weapons. You don't need that many. No one needs them. I know you're a small country. You need to defend yourselves. Okay, that's fine. We're not gonna attack you, Kim. Kim, I'm rooting for you. All right? But you gotta stop with the weapons. All right? Just come over here. Have a slice. Have a slice. Any pizza you want. You know what? You know what I'll do for you, Kim? I'll fucking eat pineapple pizza for you, man. I will eat that shit. I've ate it. I've ate a slice before. It was horrible. But for you, I'll eat an entire pie if I have to. Okay? I will. I'll do it, man. I'll do it with you. All right? You see the lengths that I'm trying to go to here? Well, that about does it for this podcast. At least for this episode. God damn it. I wanted to review 2 commercials. You know what? Screw it. Let's go 45 minutes here. God damn it. If I don't do these commercial reviews, what am I? Huh? Come on, Kim. Let's just fucking let's lighten the load here, all right? So, or listen to my podcast. Just, whichever one you can give. Come to the United States or just listen to me, right? I'll take either one of those, right? Anyways, let's go on to commercial review. By the way, happy Halloween, right? What are you going dressed as? Firefighter? A cop? Dracula? Maybe a slutty nurse, right? You could be a slutty man nurse, right? I don't know. Let me know. Let me know what you're going dressed as. If you're going trick-or-treating, I'm not. I don't even have a costume. Why? Because I am boring. Let's go into commercial review. I couldn't really find any good commercials, any positive commercials. But I did find one, and I got reminded of another. Alright, let me flip a coin real quick. Hold on, I'll be right back. Alright, cool. So we got a dime here. We've got 1967 dime, right? With good old, who's that? Kevin Spacey? Who the hell's on the fucking front of the dime? Oh, that's Franklin D. Roosevelt. All right, my bad. It looks like Kevin Spacey, but anyways, let's flip a coin to see which commercial I shall review first. And I really don't know which one's worse, because they're 2 bad commercials in my opinion. So you know what? I'll just, heads, I'll do the first commercial mentioned on my show notes. Tails, I'll do the second. All right. And we got heads. All right. Progressive. Now, I'm a fan of progressive commercials. I love them. Oh, look at that. The school bus is coming up. Look at that. Finally, a little bit of peace and quiet. All right. Progressive commercials are usually very nice, but they have disappointed me this season, this Halloween season, anyways. You may have heard of the movie The Addams Family, right? The Addams Family. And this commercial is, let me just describe it real quick. It's all the progressive characters, right? Flo, I think the other people, right? I know Flo's in it, right? And they're animated, right? They're animated, and they go along with the Addams Family characters, right? And so they're like in the fucking their house or whatever, and like the mother is like saying, "Oh, can we get commercial? Can we get insurance?" And Flo's like, "Yeah, you can get insurance." I don't exactly know what they say, right? But you know what? It was great. It would have been great because they animated the progressive characters, right? Or at least Flo. So that was cool. That was cool to see. But, and here's a big but. They fucking put this annoying ass, stupid fucking song on top of it. And if you don't know how it goes, I'm not gonna fucking sing it or do anything with it on the podcast because, again, and I'll say this, I said this in the when I was reviewing the Burger King TikTok commercial, right? I'm not gonna do that to your ears. I'm not gonna do it to myself. I'm not gonna do it to you. If you wanna see this commercial, look it up. Look it up. Progressive Adams Family commercial. All right. If you really want to see it that badly, or just fucking go on Fox or NBC, look at their commercials. I don't care. It's everywhere. I mean, it's just, and it's so annoying. It's that stupid fucking song with the fucking snaps and the fuck. Right? It doesn't go like that, but uh, it's sort of like that tune, right? That melody. It's so fucking annoying. I fucking hate that song. They, we really need a huge makeover on these fucking holiday songs because Jesus Christ, some of them are so fucking catchy, and it just automatically means that they're annoying. So, God, it pisses me off just thinking about it, and it's fucking everywhere. Jesus Christ. So, anyways, that's the progressive commercial for you. Disappointment, a real disappointment from progressive. I hope that they can bounce back from this. They probably will. Anyways, that's the first commercial that I wanted to review, and now for the second commercial here. Now, this commercial is likely, it's definitely off the air by now. But if you recall, back in August, we had the Summer Olympics, right? Tokyo 2020, even though it took place in 2021, but obviously they couldn't do it in 2020 because bats, right? So they held the Summer Olympics this year, right? And isn't it crazy that we're getting a Winter Olympics next year? Isn't that kind of cool? Anyways, 2 Olympics 2 years in a row. That's kind of cool. But anyways, I keep going off track here, and I apologize. Right? So, and I wanted to review this commercial for a long time, but I kept forgetting to. Right? It's a commercial from NBC. Yeah, you heard that right. It was an NBC commercial, right? I don't think they had to pay any money for this, right? But it's a commercial from NBC, and it was promoting the Olympics, right? On their own channel. promoting the Olympics. And you know that Olympics theme that they have, you know? Dun, dun, da, 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 da. Demonetization. Don't want to get demonetization. You know, with the drum, the boom, 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 right? Now that's a really nice tune. I like it. Every time it came on, I would hum along to it, or just full on fucking da da, right? It's a nice little tune. But then NBC had to go ahead and ruin it. How? How did they ruin it? You might ask. Well, I'll tell you how. Look up the commercial, right? NBC. Hold on, let me search it up here real quick. All right, well, I couldn't find that stupid commercial anywhere on the internet, so it's likely that you might not either. But if you do know what I'm talking about, that commercial where a bunch of people in their living rooms, they sing the commercial, the fucking Olympics theme song, and it's just NBC, right? Or Comcast or whatever the fuck. If you do know it, and you can find it, please let me know. You can DM me on Twitter. I'm there. You can also just leave a voicemail on Anchor, the Anchor app, right? That would be very good, very very useful. So, I mean, just the very fact that NBC knew that there were people who hummed to that fucking Olympics theme. They just had to cash in on that, didn't they? I do not like NBC at all. Whatever they're doing, their fucking corporate fucking offices. Ugh, I don't like them. It's just a bunch of family-friendly garbage, right? And it's lame, NBC. It's lame. Anyways, that does it for commercial review and this episode of this podcast. Who knows when I will release it? Only time will tell. Will it be Monday? Will it be Tuesday? How about Wednesday? One of those three. Anyways, thank you for listening. And till next time. Fucking, I gotta pull this shit up again. God damn it. I keep closing the tab or something. I don't fucking know. Fuck. God damn it. Here we go. Rosetta Stone. And as the Dutch, let me make a proper outro here. Fucking, what was I saying? I don't know. Thank you for listening. And as the Dutch say, tot ziens. Tot ziens, everyone. Goodbye. Thank you for listening.